This is my video response to Dan Brown's video titled Carl Sagan vs Stephen Hawking. To summarise what his video is about, Carl Sagan thinks we should try and make contact with other intelligent life in the universe, and Stephen Hawking thinks we shouldn't try because there's nothing stopping them from coming over to Earth and just killing us all. So I'm going to explain my thoughts on what I think we should do. Okay, this is my reasoning and what I think we should do. So I'll just draw a table here. Okay, let's just make it a bit neater. There we go, we don't need this square here. Right, down this side what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our choices. So I'll just label this choices. And up here I'm going to label it outcomes. So we can do what Carl Sagan says and try and make contact. We can do what Stephen Hawking says and don't try. Now the outcomes are, we'll make contact and the hostile. So the hostile decide to kill us all. And the not hostile. There we go. Alright, so let's say we'll try to make contact and the hostile and the kill us all. We'll give this a score of -1, the worst possible outcome. Now if we try and make contact and the not hostile, you need to give this a score. Different people will give this different scores. I'd give it a 0.8 because even though they might bring some helpful technology to us if we got wiped off the planet, that's not the opposite. No matter how much good you can do, it won't undo the effects as if we got wiped out. And if we don't try and make contact in the hostile, that doesn't matter. If we don't try and make contact in the not hostile, that doesn't matter either. So what I have to do is total up each row. So 0 plus 0 is 0. Now -1 plus 0.8 gives you minus 0.2. So if you look here, if we don't make contact, the best thing that can happen is nothing. And if we do make contact, even though we might find some useful technology or find cures to diseases or whatever, there's always the risk of us getting wiped out, which gives this an overall score of minus 0.2. So the best thing I think we should do is not try. And I think personally that even if we did try, we wouldn't get in contact with anyone anyway. So this summarises my thinking of what we should do. Okay, I just want to go over something which I feel I didn't explain too well when I went over that diagram. The reason why I give it the score 0.8 for if we try and make contact in the not hostile. The way I see it, let's think of a hypothetical situation here. Say you accidentally wiped out an entire planet, wiped out all the life, all the resources on the planet were gone. No matter what you could do, you could never make up for that. There's no opposite of wiping out a planet. You can't say, oh, I'm sorry I wiped out your planet, here's a cake. It just doesn't really make up for it. So I think the risk of being completely wiped out far outweighs the benefits of what we could find out if we meet other life. Like, they might give us cures to diseases which we didn't have before. We might get new technology which gives us massive advances in what we can accomplish. But if we got wiped out, it's not really worth risking it. Thanks for watching Sam Kennedy Stuff. Please don't forget to subscribe.